Hey there, I'm Jamie Smith, CF Pro Tools. I want to share with you today a quick demonstration and the installation instructions on how to add a Facebook Messenger checkbox to your opt-in form so that you can actually collect a Facebook Messenger opt-in at the same time as you're collecting an email opt-in. And this is if you're using ManyChat. So ManyChat is a popular software for doing Facebook Messenger bots, and they've just released a week or so ago an ability now to add a Facebook Messenger checkbox directly onto your page and embed that into any page. And then they've also added the option so that you can actually fire the submit of that when somebody clicks a button on your page, and you get to control that with JavaScript. So that allows us to, in ClickFunnels, build a page that has an email opt-in on it, as well as, hey, go ahead and send this to Messenger. So I'm going to show you how that works here real quick, and let's just jump right in. So I've got a new funnel here, just a demonstration funnel. I'm going to go ahead and add a new page. And I'm just going to call this opt-in demo 2, and we'll go ahead and create the funnel step here. And then for this one, I'm going to go ahead and create an opt-in page, and let's just pick a simple opt-in. Let's just do this one here. And we'll go ahead and pull this page up in the editor. And so let's say we wanted to add the option right in here above this button or below the button to say, send this to Messenger also. And so let me open up another tab just to kind of give you an idea what this looks like in case you haven't seen these before. I'm actually going to go to CF Pro Tools. I'm going to open another tab here on another screen so I can find a URL. I'm going to show you an example here real quick, so bear with me for just 1 second. Okay, we'll get this one added on right here. Okay, awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up in a new tab here so you can kind of see what this looks like. And so when we open this page up, then we'll see just below the button here, we get this send to Messenger checkbox, and we can do a check, and then that will send to Messenger. Facebook would recommend that you put this above the button so that if somebody checks it before they get to the button, so you can do that as well. I'm going to show you how that works right now. So we want to say put this in just above the button. So the quick way to do that is we're going to go ahead and we're going to use, I normally do not like using the custom JS HTML element. You'll find that none of my CF Pro Tools add-ons use that, but this is the best way to get this embedded so you can put it where you want it to be. So we're going to go ahead and click that custom JS HTML element. We're going to drag it above the button, and I'm going to take some of this margin away from the button. We'll make that 10, and I think that looks good. The next thing we need to do is actually go over into ManyChat. And so I'm going to open that up in another tab here real quick and get that prepped, and then I will show you how to create this tool so you can get the right add-on. Okay, so let's go ahead and go in here, and I've just got some basic tools set up here. And so let's go ahead. So this is in ManyChat. You're going to click on the Growth Tools tab, and then you're going to click New Growth Tool. This requires that you be on a Pro account. And so we want to go ahead and, if you're on a Pro account, you have this checkbox option. So you want to go ahead and click Checkbox. And then you want to set your opt-in message. So this one is just going to say, it comes out of the default, hey, welcome so-and-so, thank you for subscribing, the next post is coming soon, stay tuned, and then if you ever want to unsubscribe, just type stop. Okay, so the one thing that you'll want to do is actually use this so that you can actually get somebody to interact with this message. So you'll want to set it up so that you can actually have a button added to this. give them a reason to click something, because once they've clicked, now they become a full-fledged subscriber to your bot. If they don't click and you're just sending them a message, then there's some rules around what you can do and what you can send them next. So you want them to interact. So send them a link or a button, or when they click the button, send another message, or go into a flow or something like that. You want them to be able to give them a reason to click this button so that they interact with your bot. So that's one of the keys there. We won't go into that. That I'll leave for you to figure out. But what we do want to do is go into the setup. You're going to need to grab a couple things. So one is the install JavaScript snippet. You'll want to make sure that your domain name that you're going to use this widget on is added to your authorized website list. So you can see I've got, ManyChat.com comes out of the box. So you have Pro Tools, my subdomain for ClickFunnels, they're all there in the authorized website list. And the next piece is to actually install the ManyChat snippet. So this is different for everybody, but all you have to do is just copy this to your clipboard. And then we're going to close that down. And then I'm going to bounce back into my tab here. And this one is a little different than the norm. Usually I put everything in the footer code, but in this case, I want to go ahead and put this in the header code because it doesn't matter. It can go in the footer, but I put it in the header to keep it separate from the rest of the add-on script. And then this is just provided strictly from ManyChat. So they're just going to embed that there. So that's no problem. So we're going to leave that there. And then the next piece is we want to go back and we want to grab this little widget checkbox code right here. I'm going to go ahead and grab that, and we want to go in, and this we want to put into our custom JavaScript HTML. So we're just going to leave this as regular HTML.js, click open the code editor, and I'm going to paste that in. And that's all there is to that.
Hey, what's up guys? Sorry to interject. Here I'm going to show you how to add in the code in the new version of CF Pro Tools for the ManyChat plugin or the ManyChat add-on. Okay, so if you're already in, make sure you go to add-ons, or you can go to your dashboard, click create new add-on, or there was a button up there where it said create new add-on, and you can search for ManyChat Checkbox submit. Once you click on that, guys, this is really, really simple. All you have to do is create something. We'll go with live test for this. That way I can identify it. There's no further configuration for this, and click the red button to create the add-on down in the bottom left corner. Once you've done that, all you really have to do is grab that code, and we're going to throw that into, I'm going to click copy. We're going to take that over to our ClickFunnels account. Let me bring that right on over here, and where we're going to put this is inside of our opt-in page in the tracker footer settings. Okay, so go to your settings, go to your tracking code, and then go to your footer code settings. And what we're going to do is just put that in right there. Technically, that's all you have to do. Once you've done that, make sure to hit save, and you're good.
We'll just leave that as the default. The next thing that we want to do is go in. We don't need to do this step because we've already got it attached to our own button. So we can go ahead and go back to our opt-in actions. We've got our message set up, so that's good. We'll notice the one thing here is this is still set to draft mode. If this is in draft mode, you won't be able to see it on your page. So you have to actually publish it for it to be on your page. So just click the active. And then you will be good to go. And then let's go back into our page now. And in order to see this, I want to go in and I actually want to see this on the CF Pro Tools page. It needs to be on your either subdomain or your whatever custom domain you're using, unless you want to use add app.clickfunnels.com to it. It won't work in preview mode, basically is what I'm saying. So we want to go ahead and open this up and we're just going to open this in a new tab, and we're going to keep our fingers crossed that it just pops up and works. And you can see there it does. So that is all there is to it. We now get a checkbox. It's just above our button. We can enter your name and email address, and then you can also say send a messenger and click get instant access. The beauty of this is if you created your checkbox on one of your pages, on the page, if you attached and used a checkbox through any of the other tools that ManyChat has where they have checkboxes, the ability for people to opt in prior to October 17th of 2017, then you'll be able to have this box be checked by default. I was not using Facebook Messenger opt-in prior to that, so that's why it comes in unchecked for me. If you were in the list prior to October 17th, then this is going to be checked by default for you. So that's going to be huge because that's going to get you a lot more opt-in rate. The one thing that Facebook will recommend is that people understand and recognize that they're opting in for something. So in this case, I think it's pretty clear. Where should we send the report, get instant access? I think that's clear enough, in my opinion, that they're opting in for something. So that is all there is to it. If we just kind of recap here real quick, you've got a custom element. Inside of that custom element, you get your ManyChat widget code that you get straight from the ManyChat widget setup tab. That's this code here. The other thing we have is in settings, tracking code, header code, you put your what's called the ManyChat universal JavaScript, and you get that from this install JavaScript snippet. Go here, copy this code, just copy the entire thing, click copy code to the clipboard, and then go back into your page and paste that in.
Okay, and the only other thing that you guys need to do is grab that text or that code snippet from CF Pro Tools in the app version. Make sure to copy that out and put that right over here into the footer code settings, and you guys should be all set.
And then save your page. Make sure again that your ManyChat snippet or your ManyChat widget is set to active. And make sure that the opt-in actions, this is just a recommendation. You can say whatever you want to here. Just make sure that you add something that has a button so that the user can interact with your bot. If they don't interact, then that limits the type of messages you can send them after this one. So it should have a link for whatever it is you want them to download or whatever it is you want them to do. Make sure you make that a button, and when they click that button, they've now opted in, they've now subscribed to your bot so you can send them more messages, and that's kind of the point of this. So hopefully that all makes sense, and hopefully have an awesome day, and we'll talk to you real soon.